the decision? Oh my God. Okay.
Lost.
Do you have copies?
Do we?
What happened?
Are we going over there?
Do you have a decision?
The court reversed.
That's
Reverse? What does that
California's Supreme Court has just overturned the state's same-sex marriage ban.
Now, the court said, in very plain English, it is a basic civil right to marry someone that you love.
The California Supreme Court agrees and says there is a fundamental right to form a family relationship, and therefore the state constitution must be interpreted to guarantee this basic civil right to all Californians. I'm quoting here.
Now, there's a lot of reaction to this.
He called me up and he said, "So you're finally ready to get married?" And I said, "I think 23 years is long enough to wait."
It was a wonderful day, the day that the Supreme Court struck down Proposition 22. I didn't really know what to think. Like, I live 4 blocks from City Hall, so when I heard because there were like people screaming and shouting in the streets and stuff, and like, you know, the person that I live with is also gay, so he was like, "Oh, this happened" or whatever. So I went to City Hall and I actually heard Gavin Newsom speak.
As California goes, so goes the rest of the nation. It's inevitable.
When the California Supreme Court declared same-sex marriage legal, my reaction was, it's about time. Finally, somebody gets it.
I mean, I think that we won something really means a lot, because as a marginalized group, we don't win things very often. It's the majority that wins more often than not. Between, you know, Massachusetts and Hawaii and California, you know, we've seen like 30-something states pass constitutional amendments prohibiting same-sex marriage.
There's a group of people in California who have obtained over 1 million signatures to try to get a initiative on the ballot in November that would change the state constitution to say that marriage is only an issue between a man and a woman.
I think that people get very upset when courts undertake to decide foundational issues of society rather than simply addressing law.
People don't realize this, but when the California Supreme Court ruled in May, on the very last page of their decision, the justices literally drew a line through the words between a man and a woman, and when they did that, they changed marriage for everyone, not just for gay couples. And we think that's very
Changed it how? I don't understand. You're still married.
Okay, you're still married, but there is no wording now in the state law that identifies the 99% of traditional marriages that exist in California.
They have the idea that somehow allowing same-sex couples to marry will devalue the marriage of heterosexuals, and furthermore that allowing same-sex couples to marry is somehow an attack on the marriage of heterosexuals.
You know, the reason that parents are pushing back in California on this issue is not because we oppose the rights of gay couples. It's because in order to do that, we are having to step on the rights of our children right now.
Children will be taught about gay marriage unless we vote yes on Proposition 8.
We're talking about an issue, a homophobic fear of indoctrination. That if you can talk about it at schools and you can like cast it around whatever you want, but at the end of the day, what you're talking about is that you're afraid if I get married and your kids see that I get married and their teachers actually have to acknowledge my existence as like a gay person who is married, that your kids are going to become gay and then go ahead and get gay married themselves, which is homophobia, and that needs to be identified as such, because even if it is taught in schools, why is that such a problem?
If Prop 8 fails, children will be taught that marriage is between Party A and Party B, regardless of gender.
To a lesbian wedding, calling it a teachable moment. Now physical education policy says schools aren't required to teach about marriage. Yet the Supreme website confirms teaching marriage is required in 96%.
We begin right now with Proposition 8, the most controversial of the propositions. If it passes, California will have a new constitutional amendment barring gay marriage.
I was sitting there at the dispatch location, and the
it was just all quiet, and they were sending us text messages that said, text all of your friends, tell them to go vote. And that was when we were starting to worry.
It could be a losing battle here for the folks that want no to Prop 8.
The battle tonight has been won.
Afterward, I did feel sort of helpless. It's a feeling that you can only get by an immediate act of marginalization.
I hold pretty steadily to the idea that this is all part of a greater movement, that marriage is one aspect of it, and this is only one fight that we have to fight.
We're just going to get our second wind and keep marching, because that's what we do in the civil rights movement in America. We keep moving forward, and this will not stand. I know in my heart of heart this will not stand, and it's just a matter of time.